Thanks, Abhimanyu, for having me here, and WCRC as well. Embassy as a brand has a legacy of almost 30 plus years, and we have delivered 45 million square feet across commercial, residential, hospitality, education, industrial and warehousing. In a recent nationwide independent survey which was published in the Times of India, Embassy was acknowledged as being the most clean and transparent developer. Was also got the acknowledgement as the top choice of foreign investors coming into India, and has also earned the buyer's vote of trust as one among the top 5 developers of the country. I mean, this speaks volumes about how our practice, process parameters, fiscal operations, etc. so much in place, right? And I believe we have been able to come this far because of Mr. Jeetu Irvani's dynamic vision to stay true to the brand and the journey that we set out to do. And we've been able to cull out a very strong position in the real estate market owing to our customer centricity, a very keen focus on quality and delivery, as well as ensuring that we continue to take our customers along with us. So there is a very strong foundation of relationships that we have been able to build, and that's how we've been able to reach where we are today. Yeah, I mean, Embassy's brand promise is very clear. It's about enhancing lives, and our vision is to redefine life spaces. And it's been driven right from the top. So it's not something that a department in Embassy has actually come up with. This is being a top-down approach, and people, again, to go back to Mr. Jeetu Irvani, he's actually set out this vision. And while being able to do that, it's the agility and the execution, the quality that we speak about. Okay, and ensuring that we continue to bring in products which are relevant, which are more exclusive and sustainable, has been the key focus of whatever we do, especially in Embassy Residential. So, like if, for example, take a project like when we say enhancing life spaces, and we can talk about a product like Embassy Boulevard, right? Now, Embassy Boulevard, when we speak about that, it's one of the awarded projects that we have today at WCRC. It's a 51-acre development, 170 villas, and just take an aspect like the density. We are talking of 3 villas per acre. Okay, so when we are talking about an uber exclusive kind of life, I mean, that's what customers look for. Yeah. Now take the appointment of the architect. We approached not somebody in India because we were trying to emulate what an international style and quality of life is. So we appointed a Singapore-based architect, Andy Fisher Workshop, and he's actually brought in the aesthetics into the building and what we were trying to do. Then you talk about aspects like how you're going to manage your asset. Right now, if I'm a person living in Bombay and I want to invest back into a city like Bangalore, who will manage my asset for me? So the entire aspect of making sure that your home is fully managed and serviced is taken care of by us. So this will only ensure that the quality of life that you're looking to exemplify and enhancing life spaces is taken very seriously across the board. And we've been again continually be able to do that because of our customer relationship management, and this is being driven through programs like Embassy Priority, where our referrals have ensured that almost 45% of our existing business comes from our existing customers. And thankfully at Embassy, we've been pretty cautious in the way we've gone about delivering our projects and even launching projects. I mean, this is something post the advent of RERA. I mean, builders are being more conscious in the way they go about launching projects. But this is something at Embassy we've been practicing right through, And we believe we are good at launching luxury projects. That's the essence of the brand and where we come from. So we have tried to ensure that we stay true to that space instead of trying to make it more mass market. Having said that, RERA and all that it exemplifies around RERA were aspects that we were following at Embassy. Right, around financial discipline, around processes, trying to ensure that things are in place before we launch. For example, in the north, you hear horror stories about how builders actually launch projects without having approvals in place. Yeah. So, but these are things that we've been practicing throughout. So I would believe that going forward, this actually provides a very level playing field. Actually, at Embassy, we are happy that these have been provided because it provides an absolute level playing field. And India is a huge opportunity. You're talking of, the market being about $180 billion opportunity by 2022. So, and the housing sector contribution being about 11%. So, and why not, right? And then you also think about aspects like 65% of India would be under the age of 35. So the mortgage penetration rate in India very low as compared to your peer countries. Take a China and take in India, we are at about 8%. We have huge room for growth. So I think providing regulations makes India a very risk-free market today, and identifying that opportunity and being able to stay invested in it will go a long way in how we perform as an industry. It's also because of consolidation, right? I mean, the larger brands have always had their strategy in place. Having said that, we've had larger brands also falling by the side, right? We've been seeing that coming through. Yes, in all industries. So, I think that's where the agility, making sure that we've always stayed true to customer comes into play. So, one is a strategy part of it, but to ensure that customer stays at the center of your business and everybody is lending to that support is what makes it so critical, right? So one aspect is all the regulations that actually come into play, but it is really about how customers have so much faith in your brand to be able. So the important aspect is to ensure that we continue to deliver on our promises. So even recently I was in a talk for a CNBC Realty and Conclave in London, and we were talking to NRIs about how to invest back into India. So while we say the opportunity is there, we continue to say that track the developers record, how has he been able to deliver over a period of time, RERA or no RERA, right? That actually shows how he has been stay true to the customer and how he has been committed to the industry and the growth over the last few years.